And one.
One of the important things with the music in the story is that we wanted it to reflect the different cultures of The Lord of the Rings. You know, reading it off the page, it's incredibly rich with the language of the dwarves and the elves and the humans and the hobbits. But of course, the one thing that you don't get from reading the book is you don't hear the music.
This project was daunting, and quite often I felt like Frodo. You know, I would wake up and say, why me? Why have I been chosen to carry this ring? And many times I'd hear Peter's voice along the way saying, you are the one that must do this. You must create the music to this film. That seemed good. I wanted to bring the text of Tolkien back into the film. There's quite a lot of poetry and songs of Tolkien's design, and I wanted to reinsert the poems and the songs back into the story. So we've used ancient Dwarvish in Moria. It was sung by a Maori Samoan choir. We used Elvish, Sindarin, and Quenya in the score, actually sung in the score. Today we did a boys' choir. So this was a way to get some of the detail of the story back into the film.
You've got a nice Tim sound when he arrives.
Yeah.
I think it's a Tim sound. Am I starting to learn the names of all these things?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Music is certainly an area that I have no expertise and very little knowledge and understanding of. I don't know any of the terminology. I don't know what half the instruments are called. I'm becoming the embodiment of a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. I know things that I like to hear. I mean, if I hear something, I can sort of somehow try to express to Howard whether I liked it or I didn't like it and offer suggestions. But fortunately, Howard needs very little guidance. That was pretty good, Howard. It seemed to just the soundtrack just stopped right on the point that the horn came in, so there was no breathing space.
Right. So should I stop a beat earlier?
You probably should, I think. Yeah.
Right. He might not be a musician in a traditional sense, but I mean, he has a very, very good understanding of how to use music in a film and how to use it emotionally and dramatically and pacing. I mean, I think he has fantastic sense of it.
It's very exciting for me when I'm finally here now and I'm hearing it being added to the film at this stage, because it totally enhances it for me. It takes the film that I've shot and it gives the film its heart and soul. The score is very classical. It's a very operatic feel. It's designed really to transport you into another world.
It just seemed right for Middle-earth. I mean, it's a very ancient story. It's 7,000 years ago, and I wanted it to have a feeling of antiquity, and I wanted it to have a historical feel, and I wanted it to have a feeling that it was maybe you discovered the score somewhere in some old locker somewhere at the bottom of a sunken ship or something, you know.
That was good.